이제부터야? 응. Chapter 10. Full-time job. Hey, it's Friday, first weekend in Ohio. Thought we go grab some pizza and a movie at the mall, and maybe get some new gym show for you too. How that sound? Their parents had just gotten home from work, and it was Jay and Ray's dad talking, and he was making an offer. Neither boys answered. They flashed each other a quick look, and silent alarm went off inside their until this moment. It hadn't dawned on either of them that not being twins twins was going to be around the clock job. Because if you pretend not twin brother at school, you have to pretend not to have the twin brother everywhere else. It's carefully is carefully 아닌데 is especially 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 at the mall on the Friday night. Kid from school could show up anywhere. So so could teachers. All this took only half a second, and then grants the brothers exchanged the meant to be there. Ray made no way back at Jay, but Jay said, "Sounds great, Dad. Be ready in a minute." Ray followed Jay upstairs to their room, and the second he shut the door shut, and the second he shut the door, he slagged Jay on the arm. "Hey," Jay said, "what's that for?" "Nothing, I thought." "That what?" The mall could be rolled with kids from school. Jay said, "Relax, okay? I've got it all figured out." As Jay opened the bottom drawer of their big dresser and pulled out the red hood sweatshirt. Sweat sweat인데 sweatshirt. sweatshirt. 그러니까 sweatshirt. sweatshirt. "That's mine," Ray said. "Put it back." Jay shook his head. "Just watch." He took off the shirt he had worn to school, put it on the
이거는 후죠.
후드.
우리 후디.
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 꼭 다이가 이런 다이. Put it on the hoodie. Then went to the closet and got as
Not corset. Closet.
closet. closet. 코르셋이 아니고 closet. 그렇구나. 내가 아까 코르셋이랬구나. Then went to the closet and got a straight Louis Cardinals.
스트레이트보다는
세인트라고. got a Saint. 그렇구나. Saint Louis Cardinals hat. Also Ray's He yanked it until he had almost down to his ears. Then he grabbed it, Ray, fake, Oakley, sunglass,
Oakley.
Oakley.
Oakley
Then he
sunglasses.
grabbed Ray, fake, Oakley
No, no, no,
sunglass
no.
from.
Then he grabbed the Ray's fake Oakley sunglasses. Oakley,
Then he grabbed Ray, fake, Oakley
sunglasses.
sunglasses from his side of the dresser, slapped them on, and pulled up the hood of the suit. See, Jay said, we are gonna let Mom and Dad think that I am you tonight, and you're gonna be too. 이래.
You
And
are
you are gonna be
gonna
me.
be
이게 보통 보면 be
me.
to로 들어가니까
그치.
입에 붙었다. And more. And if we see a kid, you think I'm your friend, somebody they don't know. And will you bring Jay if we just happen to run into Marissa? I won't have to try to pretend to be your pretending to be me. Mm. I want to have to try to pretend to be you.
You can to be me.
Pretending to be me. The Marissa thing is a long shot. But if she's there tonight, you're gonna need to make a really good impression. What that mean? Ray said.
What's the mean?
Hmm. Ray said, his eyes narrowing.
Narrowing.
끝나는구나.
His
진짜
eyes
안 보인다.
narrowing.
Ray said, his eye narrowing.
Eyes.
Just his eyes narrowing.
No, 이렇게 되는 것은 이렇게.
Narrowing.
What's the
그렇지.
mean?
What's the mean?
이게 뭔 말이야?
Ray said, his eyes narrowing. Jay hadn't told Ray about his time with Marissa during sixth period.
Sixth period.
Sixth
period.
period. Sixth period.
Right.
Where he said, 오늘 눈에 안 들어오네 이게 글자가.
그러면
I don't think the real Jay was as smooth today as the fake Jay would have been. During science, he hurried to add, it's nothing hug or anything, but you should definitely be the next Jay who talked to Marissa definitely. Ray start, Ray start, 응, 안 넣었어.
그래 디주푸디.
그거 먹고 그러니까 디주푸디인데 귤은 넣었어.
그럼 이거만 나오는데?
Ray starts at his brother, and you think your little Diggus is gonna trick mom and dad. Jay said, I'm betting yes. Here, put on the shirts I wore to school today and wear my cropped hat. And if mom or dad can tear us apart, then come and eat leftover spaghetti. Eat leftover spaghetti and work on the social studies report. Except let me do the talking, dear. Ray lowered his eyes, but he said, dear, and then he changed it into J shirt and put it on the blue baseball cap. When the boys came down the stair into the living room, Mrs. Grayson took a look at Jay and said, Sunglass? There won't be much sunshine at the mall, Ray. And Jay said, I just like the way they look, okay? And his mom said, Shut yourself. Mr. Grayson got up off the couch. I don't know about everybody else, but I am stable. Let's get going. And the family head out the kitchen door. Ray and Jay got to the doorway at the same time. So Ray shoved Jay out of his way. And then, just outside the door, Jay pushed Ray into the bushes. Bush, busy. 네.
네.
갑자기
부시.
보시
이거
맞지 그지?
잡풀 이렇게.
그러니까 보시죠 보시.
부.
부. Jay pushed 그래 이게 push인데 진짜 글자 안 들어오네. Ray into the bush. And then Ray slammed Jay up against the side of the garage. And then Jay knocked the crop head off Ray's head. Boy, stop it, said Mrs. Grayson. She glared, she glared at the boy wearing the sunglasses. Ray realized that he might get himself grounded for telling what Ray had done. Their dad said, just get in the van, boss of you. He slid the side door open and pointed toward the other seat. Jay, back there. Ray, sit in the middle. So Ray sat in the back seat. So sat in the middle seat, and Jay sat in the center seat. And as the minivan backed out of the driveway, Jay turned it around, pulling the sunglasses down, winked at Ray, and gave him a big thumbs up sign because their diggers were working great so far. Weekend worries. Dinner at the mall went fine. No kid from school were sight anywhere near the pizza place. And the yearly show at the Kineplex. Cineplex, yeah, Cineplex at the Cineplex. No problem. The place was fire with complete strangers. It was after movie shoe store. That's when things got dangerous. Ray dressed as Jay, and Jay dressed as Ray. We are walking about 50 feet behind their parents. Their parents saw it looks like they were at the mall on their own. And from somewhere over near the corner, called court, food court. Mm. And from somewhere over near the food court, a voice yelled out, "Hey Jay, wake up! Wait up! Wait up!" Ray stopped it and turned it around, and there was Sam with two other boys from school coming his way fast. But Jay, when he heard that boys calling his name, he didn't stop, didn't turn to look, didn't lick, lacked, lick, licked at all. Jay kept working straight ahead. Just some kid in a red sweatshirt. And a second later, he took a sharp left and went through the open door where hog entertainment store. So by the time Mr. and Mrs. Grayson turned it around to see who had called out to one of their sons. See who had called out to one of their sons. They believed they were looking at Jay, wearing his blue club's cap, talking to some redhead, redhead kid and
어머니 이렇게 꼬이지
two other
않아.
boys, but they didn't see Ray red hoodies anywhere, and that worried them. Losing sight of the plane, Sam got within range of Ray and Corey. Hey, how we going? He smiled and said, pretty good, which was right as the poor boys palmed up into the lost cycle. Sam nodded toward the other two guys. That's it. You met him at lunch today, and this other blood can't punch it the same and the arm and said, you are the Roger. Then to Ray he said, hi. Ray then his shoulder and saw that his parents had suffered, and now his dad was hurrying back toward him. Ray grasped. He had about 20 seconds before impact. So he said, listen, that's my dad coming at us. I've got I've gotta go get some shoe. Sam said, Crit, Crit. Shin said, Crit. Ray looked confused. Crit, why? Sam said, for soccer. James said, you're gonna be at practice on Monday. Said, yeah, I need. Crit. And he thought Jay's gonna pay for this. Since that, check it out the Adidas, that they cost a lot, but they're worth it. Ray nodded again. Adidas, right? Where? Listen, I got to go with my dad. See you guys later. Yeah, since that. See ya. The three boys turned it and headed back the way they had come. For a second, Ray that was next to him, a worried, a worried look on his face. Where? He asked. Jerked, Ray jerked the tumbled left toward the entertainment store, probably in there. And Jay, who had been watching from behind the box, cut out of the drawing area. Area. Stepped into the open, smiled, and waved at his dad. He did not wave back or smile. Yeah, come on. Jay hurried out of the store and said, what's going on? What's going on? That sense. What's going on is until we get back to the car, both of you are working right behind mom and me. Got it? No dunking at the store, no stopping to talk, no wandering away on your own. Now, March. Jay said, you're 12 years old. Their dad nodded, which is why we are going to do exactly what I say. March! So the boys marched. They got to where their mom was waiting after they all start working along together. Ray said to Jay, "Hey, guess what, Ray?" And Jay said, "What?" And Ray said, "I'm gonna get some clet. I'm gonna get some crutch at the shoe store." "Crutch?" said Jay. "How come?" "Because I'm going to soccer practice after school on Monday." And their moms, who was only 5 feet ahead of them now, turned her head to look at Ray and said, "Soccer? That's great, Jay." And then looking at Jay, she asked, "How about you, Ray? Aren't you on team? You on the team?" And Jay said, "Not just Jay." She said, "But I'm sure you're just as good as Jay is. You should join the team too." Speaking for Ray, Jay said, "I don't like soccer, Mom, so I'll just watch it." 그렇구만. From the 벤치에서. So I will just watch it. 보는 걸 좋아하고 from the bench에서. Where I don't want to coming home alone. Mom said. So you have to find something to do after school. And I still think you should try out for soccer. It's great sports. And when she turned it away, Ray said, "Yeah, Ray, it's a great sport." And Jay said, "Great." Then struck Jay on the arm here, arms hard. And then he whispers, "Anything else you wanted to tell me?" A little surprised. Jay shook his head. "Nope." He whispered back, "Melissa thinks Jay is kind of a dork now. And on Monday, Jay is going to punch on the arms from Ray dressed as Jay." And when Ray punched him the second time, Jake didn't yell and didn't shake his arm like he usually would have, because at this moment would have meant support. So at the shoe store, Ray saw the real Jay and Jay dressed as Ray. Picked, picked out the great new pair of sneakers for the real Ray, except on Monday, when the real Ray wore his very own new sneaker to school. Everyone would think they belonged to, to Jay, and would be crying the real Jay new soccer crotch for after school, because on Monday the real Ray would be going to school at the Park J again. Park J again. That is the Grayson brother could get through Saturday and Sunday without st- strangling. strangling each other. Chapter 12. Today's last chapter. Flip, flop, flip. Saturday was a perfect September day. Blue sky, low humidity, low humidity, about 50 degrees, and that means it was time to do yard work and housework and more unpacking. And that means that Ray and Jay had to car, coordinate. Ito English 거야. And Jay had to coordinate their whereabouts so they wouldn't be outside in the same area at the same moment, which turned out to be important because moving the front lawn, a guy planted his Thursday James Crest rode by on his bike. He waved and yelled, "Hey, I live on the dock. See you round." And while Jay was stacking their bundle of pretended clipboard box in the fairly at the front curb. A girl he remembered from music class waved at him out the window of the passenger car. Long, busy morning, and there was still a lot left to do. But while they were eating lunch at about 1:30, said, "We knock off for the afternoon, walk over to the park, and play some baseball," which sounded great, except for the rule about not being visible in the same place at the time. Ray and Jay went up to their room, and after a short argument, they agreed to flip a coin to see who got to go, and Ray on to. So Jay had to stay home and hide in the house, plus work on the social studies report, because that was the excuse he had. He gave wanting to go play baseball, which was once more right, a big one, to spend the sunny afternoon researching the creature of 그렇구만. To spend the sunny afternoon researching the creature of Mesopotamia was not, not what he wanted to do, and after about off and on work, he lay down on his bed and took a nap. Long nap. The best part of Jay's Saturday was waking up from his nap to discover that his big bag of Chinese food had just been delivered, and Dinner was served. He sat down at the kitchen table and reached for his favorite Chinese food and fortune cookie. They knew, 한 방에 알아서 포춘이야. They knew he was supposed to wait and have it rest, but he never did. He never did. His mom said, "So what's your fortune?"